In this week's video, we're going to look at something that could be a stocking stuffer. We're going to look at 4 headsets in this week's video and see how they compare.
Dashing through the snow.
So this is a little nasty with the noise cancelling off. The only 2 that I would buy, that I would spend my money on would be... Hey guys, it's Wayne from Sling Pilot Academy here. I'm super stoked for this next video. For those of you that still have some Christmas shopping to do, we went out and tested a bunch of aviation headsets. One of them was a complete surprise to us, really shocked me. I'm standing here in front of one of our beautiful new multi-engine Technims. We've got 4 in the fleet now. We're really excited about that. Have a fantastic Christmas. Enjoy the video.
If you're a spouse of a pilot, or if you have a pilot who's a friend, a headset is a great gift to get them, but a headset is also a very personal choice. And it's something that a pilot wears on their body, so people have different preferences.
And speaking from experience, I was a cheap bastard and bought a cheap headset on Amazon when I first started flying, and I used it once. If you're an instructor, you're wearing this headset, you know, 4 or 5 hours a day, so you want it to be comfy. So we've got 4 headsets we're working with in this video. We've got the Bose. This is my personal favorite. We've got the Lightspeed headset. The other one that we have is the Dave Clark, and then we've chosen one that this is a Faro. Let's call it a non-mainstream brand. But there's quite a few headsets that come in at, you know, much lower on the price range. So like the Bose is about $1,200. This one here, the Faro, comes in at $390. So we've put this into the mix as a more cost-effective alternative.
So the 4 headsets, they're all active noise reduction headsets. You do get passive noise reduction headsets which don't have the active circuitry to help with the noise attenuation. We're going to dig into these headsets one at a time. We're going to evaluate them on comfort and ergonomics, and then we're going to take them flying, and we're going to evaluate their audio quality. So right now, let's dig into the Bose.
So for a start, it's light, but it feels like quality to me. I've used this headset for about 5 years. Mine was also the demo headset for a while here at the Academy, so, you know, it really got beaten up. But they hold up really well, in my opinion, the Bose.
And also the ear cups kind of rotate like this. They'll fit a wider range of head sizes and shapes.
The other thing worth mentioning is Bose is really good about, if you do have an issue with a headset, they will just immediately either ship you another headset or replace parts. Their support is very, very good as well.
And for me, this feels completely comfortable and is completely sealed up. It's light on my head, so that's nice, because carrying a headset on your head for any length of time can also be fatiguing. I think it's an extremely comfortable headset and nicely adjustable too. Well, I think I'm going to give the Bose a 9.5 out of 10 for mechanical quality. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 for comfort and ergonomics as well.
I'm exactly the same as you. Next on the list is the David Clark, and I have to say, when I pulled it out, it does feel really nice. I think the ear cups might be even a little nicer on this than the Bose. You know, they rotate like the Bose, like you mentioned.
This is, I mean, it's really sturdy. The components are metal, not plastic. You can tell the cups are nicely spring-loaded and have this rotation on them, which is, I think, critical for a good seal.
The ear cups were very comfortable on this.
It is a really nice, snug fit. It kind of feels like your head is more like being held from all directions all the time. I do feel like my head is being a little more firmly clamped than the Bose.
Buttons on this feel really nice and quality. You know, overall I'm very, very impressed with this. The one thing, I would give it a 9 rather than a 9.5 for the Bose. So I'm going to give that a 9 for mechanical quality, and I'm going to give it a 9 for comfort.
I'm going to give the David Clark an 8.5 on the mechanical quality, and another 8.5 for comfort and ergonomics for my head, which maybe is too big.
Next on our list. So I noticed when I first saw this, you know, it does sort of have that knockoff look and feel. It just has a much cheaper feel to it.
You know, this headset is, you know, less than half the price of a Bose. Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a pretty significant saving. So
yeah.
I am interested to see how it does.
You can see that this mic boom looks to have a pretty sturdy kind of click adjustment so that it doesn't flop around, and it has a nice bend to it. We've got some volume controls on the ear cups over here.
With those volume controls, they start off being nice.
Yeah.
And then over time, they become a little dodgy.
So already the adjusting the cup lengths, you have to undo the friction locks and then kind of pull it down. It's a little frustrating because it's hard to know that they are loose enough, and then you got to make sure you tighten them up again so it doesn't start flopping around. The ability to adjust it so that it fits perfectly on your head is a little more tricky because you have to kind of undo and redo these screws. And like right now, I'm not too sure that it's the best fit. The mic boom is nicely adjustable. I feel like it has kind of maybe less clamping than the David Clark's, which is kind of nice. All in all, it feels pretty light. It feels pretty comfortable.
I'm surprised by the lightness.
Yeah.
I don't, like you say, I just don't like that adjustability at all. I don't like to have to do this.
And obviously if you own the headset and you do it once, then hopefully you don't have to adjust it again.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that same feel to me. But I'm sure these work just fine for her. I mean, these feel and look a lot nicer than the knockoff ones that I bought early on in my flying. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a 6 out of 10 for the mechanical quality. And for comfort, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. You know what, I was thinking exactly the same thing. I'm going to also give it a 6 out of 10 for mechanical quality and a 7 out of 10 for ergonomic. Okay,
so that brings us to the Lightspeed. We've got some good experience here with the Lightspeed because we did use these as our demo headset for quite some time. Having used these as a demo headset and really seen them getting beaten up, I think they hold up really well. So that feels a little tighter to me than the Bose, and for me it's tighter on the top but not necessarily down here. So if anything, not quite as comfy as the Bose for me and for my head, but I've had other folks tell me that they prefer these over the Bose.
I have heard from people that different head shapes and sizes don't fit as well, and I've seen people struggle to get a good seal on these Lightspeeds. Maybe a little more difficult than Bose. In very noisy airplanes, I have a noisy airplane. The Lightspeeds work and the Bose does not work because there's just too much, there's not enough passive attenuation and it overpowers the ANR circuitry.
I had exactly the same issue with Matt, where I had to pull them further down in order for the cups to get a seal at the bottom, which I don't need to do with the Bose.
It's an art to make something that fits on every size head.
So I'm going to give that an 8.5 for the mechanical quality, and comfort, I'm going to give it a 8.5.
I'm going to give the Lightspeed a 9 out of 10 for mechanical quality, and for comfort and ergonomics, I'm going to go for an 8.5 as well.
Okay, great. And Torrance Ground Experimental Sling 316 Hotel Tango at Sling 429 right with. We're just going to do a straight out 6 Hotel Tango.
6 Hotel Tango running 29 left, taxi via Echo Alpha Golf.
Echo Alpha Golf to 29 left, 6 Hotel Tango.
What's a good Christmas song? I don't know what Christmas is.
Jingle bells,
Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh.
All the fields we go,
This is Sling.
laughing all the way.
Ho, ho, ho.
Complete. Request taxi to
What's that song called again? Oh, that's Jingle Bells.
yeah.
Number 5 Tango Whiskey Grass Fast Alpha, just pass behind us. Got it.
On the chip Torrance Tower, Experimental Sling 316 Hotel Tango, holding short 29 left for straight out departure.
Sling 6 Hotel Tango, straight out approved, runway 29 left, clear for takeoff, wind calm.
Clear for takeoff, 29 left, thanks, 6 Hotel Tango. Airspeed is alive.
I picked the wrong day to give up flying.
I like this aircraft.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So I think we should climb up to like 4,500 and then just set the autopilot so that we can look for traffic and deal with the headsets.
Okay.
Sling 6 Hotel Tango,
nice.
frequency change approved.
6 Hotel Tango, frequency change approved, thanks. Thanks.
I wish that we didn't already own headsets so someone could buy us a headset for Christmas. So I guess we should start reviewing, right?
Yeah. The first thing I did without even thinking about it was to pin this on, by the way. I don't like stuff tugging on me, especially when I'm flying for hours and hours at a time.
I think Lightspeed does come with those little clips. This one just has them removed. The one thing that we have addressed in our comparison here is the no battery usability. If that does happen, the question is how usable are the headsets? And sometimes they're almost unusable and you cannot hear a thing. So I'm going to turn my power off on my Lightspeeds right now.
Okay, I'm going to do the same on my Bose.
I'll do it with the David Clark as well.
Okay.
So right now I can hear like a pretty good hum, but I can still hear my own voice pretty well. And can you hear me?
I can hear you. This is pretty I have to say the Bose is a little nasty with the noise cancelling off.
I feel like my audio quality is not so good right now, but I can still hear, and I can still hear what you guys are saying.
This is very doable. I mean, I could do this, but not for an extended period of time, I don't think. I'm going to have to mark this down a little on the Bose.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10 on the no battery.
I'm going to give the Lightspeeds an 8 out of 10. I think they don't sound very good, but I can hear what you guys are saying.
And I can hear decently well. Like I wouldn't want to do this for a long amount of time, but I can definitely hear you guys still.
I would say the Lightspeeds do a really good job of cancelling the noise out. The quality sounds really good, and the quietness sounds pretty quiet.
I don't have a lot of context for the Bose. I might adjust this later, but I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10 for the noise reduction quality.
Okay, I'm going to give the Lightspeeds a 9.5 out of 10 right now.
And audio quality, I'm going 9.5 out of 10 for the Bose. I just find them to be magnificent. Where's our freebies?
I'm going to go 9 out of 10 on the Lightspeeds for audio quality. Sometimes these Aviation headsets are good in the voice frequency band, but the voice frequency band is pretty narrow, like a telephone.
That's true.
Let's get into the
Christmas spirit.
Yeah, the Christmas spirit, and let's hear how music sounds.
Jingle all the way. That's nice and rich here in the Bose. Like definite.
I'm impressed.
I would give mine like an 8 out of 10 on the Lightspeeds. They had good basses, and but just it still didn't feel like I was listening to music. Okay, so I guess we should do our no battery usability test again. So I'm going to turn the power off on this headset over here.
Okay, I'm going to go no noise cancelling too.
Oh wow, the Bose really makes a big noise when you turn the power off.
I'm only going to do a 7 out of, well, it's not as bad. You know what, I'm going to give the Lightspeed a 7.5 out of 10. So the Lightspeed's definitely better to me with no battery.
I'm going to give this Bose headset a 6.5 out of 10. For me, it's very noisy. I can barely hear.
I'm actually going to rate the comfort and ergonomic down a little bit, just because in the office I wasn't contending with having to make that. I'm finding the Lightspeed not quite as good as the Bose. I'm going to go 8.5 actually.
Yeah.
And 9.5 on the Bose.
And I hate to say it, but I'm feeling that the audio quality with the Bose is not as good as the Lightspeed, which I didn't expect. I expected it to be the opposite way around. And rich than it did with the Lightspeed. I'm going to knock my Lightspeeds up to 9.5, and I'm going to rate the Boses a 9 out of 10 on the audio quality, which I didn't expect.
I'm actually going to do the same. I didn't have a comparison before on the audio quality, but I'm going to go the same.
Yeah,
I'm going to go for music quality. I'm going to go 9 for the Lightspeed.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I'm sticking with 8 on the Lightspeed. I'm going for 8.5 on the Bose. I do think it's better.
Okay, are we rotating?
Yep. Yeah, let's do a rotate.
You want to turn off my noise cancellation, Matthew?
No, you want to do mine too?
Yep, definitely gotcha.
Okay, it didn't make that much.
Yeah, I would say the no battery usability is about a 6 out of 10 on the David Clarks.
I'm going to go 7 on this because it's not terrible, but the noise cancellation is not very good either.
Wearing these Dave Clarks in the airplane now, I'm going to knock my 8.5 up to a 9 on ergonomics because I think it's
they're so comfortable.
It's very good and superior to the Lightspeed Zulus.
The noise quality on the active noise reduction on these David Clarks, I think is excellent as well. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
6 for noise reduction.
I'm going to rate the audio quality of these David Clark 1Xs at a 9 out of 10. I'm really pretty impressed. They just fit like a glove. They're so comfortable. They sound great. Everything just seems effortless.
I'm on the Faro. I'm giving it audio quality, I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah, it's terrible audio quality-wise.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for some music? Okay, I'm giving these David Clarks a 7.5. I think the audio quality is great. It's just lacking in that kind of rich bass.
I have to say the Faro, of everything that I've done in these, the music
was pretty good, right?
It's better than anything else.
It's kind of funny.
I'm still only giving it a 6. Yeah, it's not good. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm already really impressed with the David Clarks.
Wow, see, having the Bose on now, I'd say those David Clark ones are really up there for me.
I'm upgrading the ergonomics. I'm going to give it a 9.8.
I think they're a hard competitor.
I'm very impressed with these David Clarks.
I'm struggling to adjust the headband on this one over here. Wow. Is my noise cancelling on?
Let me check.
Oh, it's crap.
Yes,
the noise cancelling's crap.
It's terrible, yeah.
Okay, my first thought when I put these on was the noise cancelling is not turned on.
Yeah, the noise cancelling is technical term bollocks.
Okay, Matt, yours is off.
Okay, it gets worse. Now I'm going to go for a 4 out of 10 for usability on these Faro headsets when the noise cancelling is off.
Okay, I believe I turned yours off, Dad.
You did, yeah. You can turn it back on. I'm going to give it a 7. For me, the noise cancellation's not quite as good on the Dave Clarks.
I agree. The cancellation isn't as good. Like, it's not as quiet, but I feel like everything else is pretty up there.
Yeah, these Faros I'm going to give a 5 out of 10 for noise reduction quality. I'm gonna give these a 4 out of 10 for audio quality. Okay, who's ready for some nice Christmas?
I'd love some Christmas music.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 8 on those Dave Clarks. A little screechy for me in the mid range.
Yeah, you know, honestly, with the headset that I'm wearing right now, the Faro, I gave it a 3 out of 10 for the music quality. It's kind of a little jarring to the ears. I would rather not listen to music than have it kind of like hurt my ears a little bit, you know. We're going to let our video editors rate our microphones because we're all wearing different headsets, so just to have a nice control, our video editors are going to rate our audio quality and our microphone quality after we do this. So I'm going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to say the same phrase. Sling Pilot Academy students make the best pilots. Sling Pilot Academy students make the best pilots. Sling Pilot Academy students make the best pilots. Sling Pilot Academy students make the best pilots.
I can concur.
Good. I say we take this baby home. And which headset did I start out with?
I need my Bose back.
25 Tango Whiskey traffic in front of you for the parallel.
I'm seriously impressed with this David Clark headset. I had low expectations, not gonna lie.
Sling 903 Juliet, crosswind turns approved, but extend downwind. Crosswind turn approved, extending downwind, 903 Juliet.
Left, right in there, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Oh, my headset handled the landing there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, mine didn't budge.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, that was illuminating, or whatever the audio version of illuminating is.
Well, that was ear opening.
The only two that I would buy, that I would spend my money on, would be Bose #1 and Dave Clark #2.
We get more done.
Oh yeah, yep.
Do I look fat? We've got no one to tell us that we don't look fat.
Do you want the truth or the... No, I'm kidding. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you.
Kilo.
Charge up information, Kilo 1847 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility 10. View clouds 16,000.